It's 11 p.m., your video goes live tomorrow, and everything's locked in except for one transition. You need that specific shot, a close-up, an aerial, something to bridge that moment, and you don't have it. So what do? Normally, you dig through stock libraries, schedule another shoot, or just settle for a placeholder clip that doesn't quite work. But now there's a fourth option, Higgsfield Cinema Studio, an AI video generator that can literally create the cinematic B-roll that you need with professional camera controls in seconds. You're not just typing prompts and hoping for the best. You choose your camera body, your lens type, and your focal length, giving you way more control over its output. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I created 3 cinematic B-roll shots: a sweeping aerial shot through the Swiss Alps, a storytelling metaphor for growth, and a technically impossible Earth to City zoom shot, and how you can do the same. So let's jump right in. Now, first, we're going to head to Higgsfield's website, the sponsor of today's video, and we're going to click on Cinema Studio at the top of the screen. And this brings you to the Cinema Studio page. All right, now here's how this works. Under image mode, step 1 is to create your initial starting frame image. So this is where you're going to choose the batch size, whether you want 1 image or up to 4 images generated at one time. You're going to choose your resolution, whether it's 1K, 2K, or 4K, and then you can actually select your camera type, your lens, and your focal length right over here on the right-hand side. So it gives you a little bit more control over how the image quality turns out. And then once you generate your initial image, it's going to bring you through to the video generation part of it. And this is where you're going to put your video generation prompt in right here. And your image becomes the start frame. You also have the option to add an end frame to lock in the final moment if you want. And under video generation mode, you can select the camera movements here, whether it's static, handheld, camera follows, etc. You can select the duration, whether you want audio turned on or off, whether you want the shot to be in slow motion, and again, your batch size. And the whole thing lives in one environment. You go from text to image to video without switching tabs, which is super efficient. All right, so let's see this in action. So let's start with the first shot, which is going to be more cinematic. So for this one, we're going to create a shot of a train going through the Swiss Alps. Now, the first thing I've done here is I've actually asked Gemini to give me a prompt for an aerial shot of a train traveling through the Swiss Alps. I highly recommend doing this to get your initial image prompt. It's super helpful as a brainstorming tool. Okay, so I'm going to paste in the image prompt that I got from Gemini right into this box under image mode within Cinema Studio. So the first part of the prompt reads, high angle wide establishing shot of a classic red Swiss train curving across a stone viaduct bridge. Below is a deep ravine with a rushing blue river. The surrounding forest is dense pine. Overcast, diffuse lighting, typical of high altitudes. So it creates a very vivid picture of what we want. Now for the batch size, I'm just going to select 1 out of 4, so just 1 image at a time. And for the resolution, I'm going to select 2K. If you plan to blow this up really big or something like that, you can always select 4K for even sharper images. And for the camera type, I'm going to select the Sony Venice. For the lens type, I'm going to select the RA Signature Prime. And for the focal length, I'll select 24 millimeters. I'm hoping that this is going to give me that professional film look with a rich dynamic range. Now, when it comes to camera type, lens type, and focal length, if you're not that well versed on what combinations work well for what shots, don't worry. I'm going to put a table right now on the screen that you can screenshot that kind of gives you some ideas of different shots and different lens, focal length, and camera combinations that work well for those. So you can use that as a quick reference guide when you're using this feature. All right, back to our Swiss Alps shot. So we're going to generate this initial image right here. I'm going to click generate and we're going to see what we get. Wow, that looks really nice. Look at that. Look at the detail on the trees, on the bridge, and in the water, and the light that's hitting the train. The composition feels like something out of a travel documentary. And this is exactly what I was going for. Now I'm going to bridge this to the video part. So I'm going to select the start frame right at the top right-hand corner of the image. And now this is going to be the starting frame image for the video generation that we're going to do for this. So now I'm going to paste in the video generation prompt that I worked with Gemini to come up with for this video. Now for the camera motions, I want to have something that's smooth and cinematic. So I'm going to select camera follows as the movement, like the camera is gliding alongside the train, following its journey through the mountains. All right, so we're going to click generate and we'll see what it came up with. I'm just going to play this for you. Wow, this is gorgeous. The motion is buttery smooth. The way that the camera moves makes you feel like you're actually there, flying alongside the train through the Alps. And this is the kind of B-roll that elevates your entire story. It doesn't just fill space, it actually creates a mood. All right, so we're going to move on to the next example. This one is going to be more storytelling focused. I want to create a metaphor for growth, patience, and working at something over time. So I want somebody's hand to be holding a watering can, gently watering soil, and then slowly over time, a small plant starts to emerge from the ground. That moment of traction. All right, so under image mode again, we're going to add the prompt in here in the prompt box. Again, Gemini helped me come up with this. So it says a cinematic eye-level close-up shot set in a peaceful, sun-dappled outdoor garden. A pair of weathered, hard-working hands holds a vintage copper watering can, pouring a steady stream of water into a large terracotta pot filled with dark, dormant soil. Now for the camera settings, I'm going to select the ARRI Alexa 35, the ARRI Signature Prime for the lens, and for the focal length, 50 millimeters. I want something pretty subtle here. All right, we're going to generate and see what it comes up with. Beautiful, that looks great. See the texture of the weathered hand, the aged metal of the watering can, the rich dark soil. This feels authentic and real, not overly polished. All right, so I'm going to select starting frame again at the top right-hand corner of the image. And now we're in the video generation section. So I'm going to enter this video generation prompt in here. Now for the camera movement, I'm going to select camera follows because I just want it to follow that watering can and the water being poured into the soil. For duration, I'm going to select 10 seconds here. And for slow motion, I'm going to select on. I kind of want it to be poured in slow motion to see how that would look. All right, so we're going to generate this and then just play this to see how it turned out. This is really nice. I love the slow reveal of the plant that's emerging. You can feel that metaphor, the patience, the gradual process, and then the moment that that plant finally breaks through the soil. This is exactly the type of B-roll that helps you tell a deeper story. Now, one thing to note here, and I want to be completely honest, is that complex hand movements or intricate choreography can be tricky with these video generation tools. This shot worked well because the hand movements are relatively simple and controlled. But if you're trying to generate, say, somebody playing the piano with precise finger movements or intricate dance choreography, you might need a few passes to get it right. But when it works, like it did here, it's absolutely worth the iteration. All right, so let's get into our third shot now. I want to create something technically ambitious. An aerial shot that starts off showing Earth, then zooms down to Lake Michigan, and finally into downtown Chicago where all these buildings are coming into view. This is the kind of shot that would be impossible to capture practically, but with Cinema Studio, we can build it. All right, so back in the image mode section, I'm going to add the prompt that Gemini helped me come up with here. And then for the camera type, I'm going to select ARRI Alexa 35. For the lens, ARRI Signature Prime, and focal length 50 millimeters again. Now let's generate it and see what it comes up with. All right, so the initial image looks pretty good. So now, just as we did in the previous two examples, we're going to click on the top right-hand corner to add this as a starting image for our video generation prompt. All right, and again, I'm going to add our video generation prompt in here from Gemini. And then for the camera motion, I'm going to select camera follows again. All right, so I'm going to click generate, and then I'm going to play it for you to see what it looks like. Okay, so full transparency here. This shot, it took me a whole bunch of attempts to actually get something half decent. For the first few tries, the transition from space to atmosphere was just too abrupt. And then the city wasn't in focus properly. Then the camera path just felt awkward and unnatural. So the version you're seeing here is probably like my 6th attempt. And if you're looking closely at the final version, it's still not perfect. You might have noticed this white laser thing that was going through the screen right here, which is some kind of glitch, I think. But here's the thing, if I was actually to use this in a real video, I'd simply just clip out this part and leave the rest because the rest of it looks pretty decent. So I'd just trim around that one flawed section. So again, just keep that in mind. You might have to do multiple generations to get something that you're happy with. But when you land on the right combination of settings and the description, the results are absolutely worth the effort. So let's talk about how you can actually use this in your workflow. Because for someone like me who creates AI tool tutorials and thought leadership videos, having B-roll that doesn't feel generic or overly overused is huge. So here's how you can apply this to your own videos. For educational videos, you can create missing cutaways, diagrams, visual metaphors that make complex concepts easier to understand. When you're explaining technical topics, having the right visual can be the difference between viewers staying or clicking away. Now for travel content, you can generate transitions or location shots that you couldn't capture. Or maybe the weather didn't cooperate, or you simply didn't have the budget to travel to that second location. Now you can create it. For marketing or product videos, you can set the tone, create the mood, or show your product in environments that don't exist yet or would be too expensive to build. This opens so many creative possibilities. And whether you're a one-person creator or a 20-person production team, you can now scale your visual production without the traditional bottlenecks. The key is that this isn't about replacing cameras or cinematographers. It's about removing the obstacles that slow you down. Cinema Studios gives you the tools to think like a director and not just a prompt writer. So whether you're fixing a gap in your edit, you're building an entire sequence from scratch, or creating shots that are literally impossible to create in the real world, Higgsfield Cinema Studio makes creating cinematic B-roll fast, flexible, and when you get it right, genuinely impressive. You can try it yourself on Higgsfield's website today. And remember to screenshot that camera reference table that I showed you earlier. It'll save you a ton of trial and error when you're getting started. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you want to learn more about how to use AI to level up your work and your life, then click this next video.